know what to do.
There's all touching me. I swear it's exploring.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot... You would procure it yourself. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some... The slums are a bane to the body's humours, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Tell is...
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive... Ah. But in place of a reward, only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say... As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. So, he was put into our care.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare.
Psst! You there. Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... God, something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the gracious hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd...
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, She gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
Mine is a life devoted to humble.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest, so I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need. If it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
You have my support.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
Right you are.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them? You're back! Pray, tell me, what? You found a I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
Right you are.
What should I do? Never mind what they say.
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
I wonder if today's the day I'll get swept off my feet.
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Peruse at your neck.
Nothing more pathetic than begging for your life.
There's a pension to be had if one succeeds.
Everyone's as tired as I am.
Where are you going?
I respect the rentals.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I cannot help but be wary after all I've seen.
Wearing armor all day feels like a
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
I don't like the look of this.
Cart, all of you.
You have my protection.
I cannot fault your prowess.
That was a skill. You do your vocation proud.
I'll not take that from you.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Another day, another adventure.
I'm keeping well enough. And you?
The soldiers have been making a fuss, so are some...
We must rest, though the sun...
You made me the pawn I am today,
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Use it. Many thanks to you.
All honest coin is made while the sun is high.
If I don't have enough to deal with, dead on my feet. Maybe I'll keep right here.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a to be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which is worse still. It has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well...
Just another day. Same. Wanna for it?
Suppose I'd best get to work.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Need anything? Many thanks.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter. We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What the...
Wearing armor all day feels...
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
What should I do? Wickedness has no hold.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being especially meek. At any rate, they may know aught of you. You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? I have noticed that the abbess...
Nary a coin to show for it.
Little happiness is all I ask of life. Soon to be home.
Would someone spare me?
This place offers a view of the sea. I imagine we would not escape a plunge in...
I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched over me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I missed that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Dark, suppose 'tis only to be expected. Given the state of those assembled, I'm sure I was moaning too.
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the gracious hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But you see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then, in the end, I survived. But methinks and once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with she handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And you'd think 'twere medicine. But I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say, where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern part of the common quarter.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
Well met. This here's the... I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city...
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good... Not half bad.
Interested in my
Well met. This here... I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business with.
I want to go home. I'm going to go exploring.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
This place gives me an ill feeling. What should I do?
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
Do
still enough gold to spend this place.
I always thought I should. I've been on my feet all day. My stomach's growled all the time. I wonder if anyone will notice if I stay here a bit.
Quiet makes me come more anxious.
Always sets me the expense of my G space. Another thing. When does my watch end?
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's...
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
That's odd. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Now we've the vim to tackle the... Day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with. Shall we get some rest then?
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
My knees have been acting up of late.
Got to try to enjoy life where and when life can My head hurts just thinking about it.
The crops will benefit finishing tomorrow. Still not come.
Is there aught I can help you with? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, he's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid. Not even family. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll... What are you doing? Unhand me this.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the Abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
What business?
Let them talk.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour.
Tis our duty to see this peace
All I need's by health, I suppose.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labor? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not.
We shall remain here.
Oh, I can't complain.
Ah, good to see you. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work the moment he saw. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by performing an... In short, you've done us all a service.
The God's Way may well be finished by now. Shall we go and check in with Lord Ambrosius?
Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
We're in your hands, sir.